Assalamu alaikum. This is me, your host, and I welcome all the participants of class 9-10 maths meeting. Hopefully, you are fine and enjoying this new learning experience, but don't take my statement as only for enjoyment. Learning is most important. To make this learning process more effective, it is necessary to follow the instructions. So, don't raise hand during teaching. Ask question at the end of the teaching in chat box. Use hand free if you are using mobile and headphone for computer use. Feed your ID and password properly with your name and class. Take care of time for attending the class. Home task should be done in your fair copy as per teacher instruction. If there is any disconnectivity during the teaching, try to rejoin within 5 to 10 minutes. Don't turn on your video during teaching. What we will do today? The same class 9-10. Both students are the participant of this meeting. We are working on chapter number 2, which is system of real numbers and exponents and radicals. And the exercises are 2.2 to 2.4. And the textbook pages are page number 35 till 41. What we will discuss today, especially learn and distinguish between base and exponent. We will discuss what does mean by exponent and what does mean by base. Learn and discuss laws of exponents because we are mainly working on exponents, so there are so many laws related to that. So we will discuss also that laws here. And as the discussion of the laws, we will apply that laws on exercise 2.2 to 2.4. But before starting the exponent and base, again because the chapter is based on the real number, so just reinforce the definition of the real number. Real numbers are the combination of rational and irrational numbers. We have already discussed in previous lesson that what are rational and irrational numbers. Now what is exponents? Right? Number of times you have observed a number is written and something in the raised form on that number. So, in a number where there is a raised symbol, the number is called as base, means that number on which the raised number is written. So, that is your base, and the raised is exponent or index. For example, here we have 2 to the power 3. So, here 2 is the base and 3 is exponent because 3 is raised on 2. So that's why 2 is considered as the base and 3 will be exponent. Exponent of a number says how many times to use that number in a multiplication. It is easy to understand that actually what is exponent? Exponent says that repeated multiplication of the same base. Whenever we multiply the same base or the same expression number of time to itself, so that number of time is used as the exponent. For example, 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2, this is repeated multiplication of the same base. How many time multiplication is going on here? So this is 3. So the expression 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 can be written as 2 to the power 3. So what is exponent? Exponent is the number of times of the multiplication of same base. Now related to this concept, we have exercise 2.2 and the questions are given there that we have to identify the base and exponent. So here we have a table which is consist on 3 columns. So leftmost column is consist on that questions which are given in your exercise, and the next column for base and exponent. It means we will identify in the question which number is showing the base and which is as exponent. So first one is 2 to the power 3. So what do you think? What is base here? 3? No, no, no. Just see again. What is 3? 3 is your exponent because it is raised on 2. And 2 is your base. It says that 2 is going to multiply 3 times 2 itself. So 2 is the base and number of time that is 3. So it is your exponent. Number 2 is 7 to the power 5. So 7 is the base because 7 is having the raised symbol So, and 5 is your exponent. It says that 7 is going to multiply 5 times to itself. So, 5 is exponent and 7 is base. Next one is 108 to the power 64. Means how many times 108 is going to multiply to itself? That is 64. So 64 is the exponent and 108 is your base. Now because we have discussed the exponent and laws of exponent are related to that exponent which will be applicable in the next exercises. So there are 5 laws which we use to solve the algebraic expressions or even the real numbers. So first law is called as product of power. In the diagram you can see that a to the power m multiplied by a to the power n is equals to a to the power m plus n. This is a symbolical presentation of first law, which is product of power. What it says, how will we elaborate this? It says that the product of different powers having same base, as we have here, a to the power m multiplied by a to the power n, means the product of that two expressions which are having different exponent but same base. The exponents are added and the base remain same. What we are doing here, because the bases are same, so there will be no change in base, only the exponents of the both factors will be added. So in example you can see 2 to the power 3 multiplied by 2 to the power 2 is equals to, base is same in the both factors, so 2 is remain same, and the exponent of the both one, that is 3 plus 2, it become 5. So product of power says that whenever we have the same bases having different exponent, for the multiplication the exponents will be added and base will remain same. Now the next law is power of product. What it says that if any two expression or the numbers or the factors are going to multiply and they have a whole exponent, so law says that the power of the product of two numbers is equals to the product of their powers, because a and b are going to multiply inside the parenthesis and the overall exponent is a n. So n will be the exponent of a as well as n will be the exponent of b. So when we solve this law in question, so that is 2 multiplied by 3 the whole power 2. It says that 2 will be exponent of 2 as well as 2 will be the exponent of 3. So when we solve it, we will write as 2 to the power 2 multiplied by 3 to the power 2. And when we solve it, 2 to the power 2 means 4, 3 to the power 2 means 9. And finally, we will multiply 4 and 9. So that will be your answer of this situation. Now, next is power of power. What it says, a to the power m inside the parenthesis and the whole power is n. And it is equals to a to the power m multiplied by n. So we can elaborate the law as, in taking power of a power, the base remain same. Because you can see in the situation that a to the power m, the whole power n, means the two exponents are involved. One is inside the parenthesis and second one is outside the parenthesis. So law says that the new power will be raised as a product of two exponent. Means whenever we have power on power, so base will remain same and the both exponents will multiply to each other. For example, 2 to the power 3 whole power 2. So base is a single base, it will remain same 2, and 3 and multiply, the both exponents will be multiplied and we get finally 2 to the power 6. Law of quotient of power. It says when the two expressions having the same base but different exponent, as first law, product of power, At that time we were multiplying this situation. Now we are having the form of division. So when the two expressions, the two numbers are going to divide, which are having the same base and the different exponents, then according to law, the base will remain same and the exponent of the denominator will be subtracted from the exponent of the numerator. Here you can see a to the power m divided by a to the power n. It can be written as a to the power m minus n. For example, 3 to the power 7 upon 3 to the power 4. Bases are same but the exponents are different. So according to law, base will remain same and the exponent of the denominator will be subtracted from the exponent of the numerator. So 7 minus 4, it will give you 3 to the power 3, and then we solve it. Fifth law, power of quotient. What is this? We have already discussed the same situation in the form of multiplication. That says a over b whole power n. It means a fraction inside the parenthesis and the whole exponent is given that. So whole exponent means the same exponent will be considered on numerator as well as on denominator. So law says that a over b whole power n is equals to basis. Numerator is a to the power n upon b to the power n. So in example, you can see 3 upon 4 the whole power 2 means this 2 will be raised on 3 as well as it will raised on 4. That is 3 to the power 2 upon 4 to the power 2. Now come to the exercise. Exercise number 2.3, textbook page number 39, and we are working on simplification. So question number 1 from the exercise is, there is 10 inside the parenthesis and it is having 3 as exponent and overall exponent is 2. First tell you the question. Is it the same question which is given in your textbook or not? Okay, good. You have tallied this. Question is correct. So now come to the solution. While doing the solution, just recall all the laws of exponents. Which law will be applicable here? Just go through that laws. Right. This is law of the power of power, because a single base and which is having 2 times exponent on that. So what law says? Law says that if the single base having 2 times exponents, exponents will be multiplied. Right? So here we do the same thing. 10 to the power 3 multiplied by 2. Power of power will be multiplied. It becomes 3 to multiply by 2. So 10 to the power 6. And then you know 10 to the power 6 means how many times 10 is going to multiply? Good. 6 times. So because exponent showing the repeated multiplication. So when you multiply 6 times your tens, finally what calculator is saying? Oh, correct. You are right. Otherwise, if you are not having calculator, it is easy to find the product because zeros are there. So how many zeros will be there? 6 zeros and 1. So it is 10 lakh. Then another question from page number 39, exercise 2.3, it is minus 21 x to the power 6 y to the power 9 upon 3 x square by 5. You can see here the fractions are given. Something constant as the coefficient in numerator as well as in denominator. So it will simplify as we simplify the common fraction. Minus 21 divided by 3. So 3 ones are 3, 3 sevens are 21. And plus minus minus, because numerator is negative, denominator is positive, so plus minus minus. And move to the variables. In numerator we have x to the power 6 and in denominator we have x to the power 2. So here again we will apply the law, that is law of quotient of power. It says that if the bases are same in division form, so the exponent of the denominator will be subtracted from the exponent of the numerator. So here x numerator having x to the power 6, denominator is having x to the power 2. So we will do the subtraction of 2 from 6. Similarly, in numerator we have y to the power 9 and in denominator we have y to the power 5. So 5 will be subtracted from 9. So finally we have minus 7 x to the power 4 y to the power 4. Another question from the same exercise, page number 39. It is minus 20. In parenthesis, we are having something that is 2p minus 3q, the whole power 12. In parenthesis, next parenthesis, 4 minus 3r, the whole power 3 upon minus 4 in parenthesis 2p minus 3q whole power 9 and second factor 4 minus 3r inside the parenthesis. Again, first tally the question with your textbook. Is it correct? Good. So if it is correct, so one thing important in this type of question is that you can see here the how many factors in numerator. Just count the factors, means how many parts in the multiplication. So minus 20 is first factor. Second factor is 2p minus 3q. Why this is second factor? Because the parenthesis is separated out from the minus 20. So it will work as a single factor. The third factor will be 4 minus 3r and it is also in parenthesis. Means in this new situation, inside the parenthesis, the binomial expression is given as 2p minus 3q and 4 minus 3r. It will work as a single variable. You may consider it as a single variable because these expressions are inside the parenthesis. So try to understand this question. Focus on your listening as well as visualize the question again and again and follow my instruction and discussion how we will simplify these type of questions. First of all, we have minus 20 in numerator and minus 4 in denominator. What we do? We will reduce the coefficient first. So minus minus plus 4 ones are 4 and 4 fives are 20. So it is decided the coefficient will be 5. Now move to the second factor. 2p minus 3q to the power 12 in numerator and 2p minus 3q to the power 9 in denominator. According to law, if we have the same basis in division form, so exponent of the denominator will be subtracted from the exponent of the numerator. So it is 12 minus 9. The same law we apply on the third factor, which is 4 minus 3r, the whole power 3 minus 1, because in denominator we have only one exponent on 4 minus 3r. So when we do this subtraction of the exponent, we will have 5. Second factor 2p minus 3q whole power 3 and third factor is 4 minus 3r to the power 2. The whole power is 2. So for all these type of situation, whenever we have the binomial or trinomial inside the parenthesis in numerator or denominator, we will consider that one as a single variable. We apply the law in the same manner. So it becomes easy to find the simplified form of that questions. Number 41, I have selected one of the questions from that. It is 3a to the power 3 dot b square dot c to the power 6 upon x, y, z and the whole power is minus 5. First of all, make clear that what does mean by these dots in between 3a cube and b square and c6. Good, very good. You understand this one. This is called dot product and dot means the multiplication. So in this situation, overall exponent is minus 5. Do you remember? Whenever we have the negative exponent, what it shows? Right, you are very much right that negative exponent means the things are present in their opposite positions, inverse position. For example, x to the power minus 1, actually it is equals to 1 over x. Y to the power minus 2 means it is 1 over y square. So here we apply the same thing because exponent is negative. It means they both have to change their position to make their exponent as positive. We will take the reciprocal of that. So x, y, z will become in numerator and 3a cube b square c to the power 6 become in denominator. So automatically exponent become positive because we have changed the position of the both numerator and denominator. Now apply the law. It says that the quotient is having numerator and denominator. The whole exponent is 5. Means that 5 on all the factors of numerator as well as that 5 is the exponent of all the factors in denominator. Just go through the question step by step. Try to understand. Don't be in hurry. Otherwise, you will be in problem at home. So, in numerator, we will have x to the power 5, y to the power 5, z to the power 5 upon same in denominator. The exponent will be raised on all three factors, that is 3 to the power 5, a to the power 3, the whole power 5. If you remember, previously we have discussed this law. And b to the power 2, the whole power 5, c to the power 6, the whole power 5. Here, I didn't mention that step, but you must have in your mind that is applicable here. So, finally we have 3 to the power 5 means 243. You may use your calculator or you may do manually the multiplication. 5 times multiply 3 and a to the power, when we multiply 3 by 5, so it becomes 5 3 is 15, b to the power 2 5 is 10 and c to the power 6 5 is 30. And what do you think, is there any cancellation is possible? No, there is no possibility because the constant in numerator it is 1 and in denominator we have 243 and all the variables which are being used in numerator as well as denominator, they all are different, so there is no possibility of further simplification. Question number 12 from 2.4 page number 41. It is also similar to the next previous question, that is 12 to the power. What is 12 to the power? What do you think? Good. It is 1. It is not mentioned. It means it is 1. M to the power 4, N to the power 3, P to the power 2 upon 6, M to the power 2, N to the power 2, P to the power 1. And the whole exponent is 2. If there is nothing mentioned as the raised form, it means it is understood the exponent is 1. So come to the solution. Tally the question with the textbook. If there is any mistake, so rectify your question and solve according to the laws of exponent. I have solution, that is 12 in numerator and 6 is in denominator. So first we reduce that. 6 1s are 6, 6 2s are 12. The coefficient has been simplified. Now in numerator we have m to the power 4, n to the power 3, p to the power 2, m to the power in denominator m to the power 2, n to the power 2, p to the power 1 and the whole exponent as 2. So inside the parenthesis, first we simplify the variables before applying the overall exponent. So 2 as the coefficient and m to the power 4 minus 2, we apply the law. If the bases are same, exponent are changed in the quotient form, so exponent of the denominator subtracted from the exponent of the numerator. So it is m to the power 4 minus 2, n to the power 3 minus 2 and p to the power 2 minus 1. We are still working inside the parenthesis. We haven't used the overall exponent till yet. So it becomes inside the parenthesis 2 m to the power 2, n to the power 1, p to the power 1. Now it has been simplified, that fraction become monomial and the overall exponent is 2. So according to one of the law, the 2 will be the exponent of each and every factor which is given inside the parenthesis. So this 2 will be raised on coefficient 2. This 2 will be raised on variable m square. This 2 will also raised on n, and finally on p. So when we solve this, we will get 2 to the power 2 means 2 times 4 is going to multiply, 2 is going to multiply, so we have 4. And m to the power 2 multiplied by 2 means 4. And n square, p square as it is. So, do you think any more possibility to simplify this question? No, nothing. We have a single coefficient and the different variables having the different exponents. Right. But it will be better before discussing the home task. We will move towards the right. Question number 11 again, 2.3, page number 39. Because it is very important to discuss, just go through the question again and again and find out why we are taking 2p minus 3q and 4 minus 3r as the monomial. Reason is that they are inside the parenthesis. If we want to try to open that one, so expression will not simplify, it will be complicated. So use that one as the single monomial and apply the laws of exponent. Just go through the question, follow the steps so that the remaining question which are similar nature in your exercise 2.3, you will be easily solve them. Right. So why not we are talking about the home task? Right. What it is saying that you have to work on in your fair copy. Right. Exercise 2.2. I'm marking the question. Note down this. Take screenshot of this one. You have to attempt question number 1, part 1, 2, and 3. Question number 2, part 1, part 2, part 3. Question number 3, part 1 and 2. This is all about the exercise 2.2. And now the questions from exercise 2.3, that is question number 2, question number 8, question number 11, question number 13 of that exercise 2.3. Exercise 2.4, we already discussed number of questions from that, and you have to work on question number 2, question number 7, question number 10, question number 12 from exercise 2.4. But keep in mind, while solving all these questions, it is necessary to share the reference of the laws of exponent. It will be helpful for you for the preparation of your MCQs also. Because in number of times the MCQs arises that the symbolical presentation is given and you have to identify the name of that laws. Hopefully you learn today, right, and apply that learning while solving the home task. Do your work properly and neat and clean as per teacher instruction. This is all from my side, and now thank you. Take care. Allah Hafiz.